Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the GeForce RTX 3080 Ti in Forza Horizon 5. This is the Founders Edition model of the card. As you can see right here, we are using the latest Nvidia drivers, 497.09 at the time of recording this video, of course, and I'm running it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM, CL14 3200 MHz. Let's get right into it, shall we? So to start off the video, we're playing at the 1080p resolution, then we're gonna bump it up to 1440p, 4K, and then 8K resolution. I'm really curious to see what this can do at 8K and the other resolutions, of course. And over on the graphics settings, we're playing at the maximum settings, aside from the anti-aliasings right here. And as you can see, it's a bump up from extreme. I just set this to ultra, set this to extreme, and this to ultra, and that's it. And here we are. Look at that. Oh my god, I think we're gonna reach like 200 FPS outside of this festival area right here. We're gonna start counting our frames right now and go through the festival area once again. Oh boy, I thought this was a road right here, but nope. That's just amazing, guys. This is a very well optimized title, as I'm sure you're aware of, but at extreme settings, it's super intensive, and this is a little bit above extreme settings, so remember that. We're getting 150 FPS on average right now. That's crazy good. Oh my god, no, every single time, yes. Okay, guys, so what do we get from here? The 3080 Ti won't make you a good driver in Forza Horizon 5. Alright, so if you're expecting your driving skills to improve with this card, well, it's not gonna happen unless you're playing with a GT 710. Then it will be better, but yeah. Oh boy, okay, there we go. We're fine. It's all good. Also, should we play on very low settings at the end of the video? Like very low settings, 720p resolution, just to see the craziness of the FPS? Yeah, I'm gonna do that, guys, okay? So, in the city, it actually drops. Okay, wasn't really expecting it to drop this much, but it seems like we are a little bit CPU bound at this point because GPU utilization is going down by a little bit. So that might be what's happening here. It might be why it's dropping. Because at the 4K resolution, I remember it didn't drop in the Sunday video. Anyway, let's go through the tunnel. This is the most intensive thing right here. 120s, but now yep, okay, 90 frames per second minimum there. Still, that's pretty damn good for how it looks. This is a gorgeous game, and it plays wonderfully well on 3080 Ti, and that's to be expected. 146 FPS average is a high refresh rate experience at 1080p resolution. Again, I don't really expect a lot of you to have 1080p monitors with 3080 Ti, but well, if you do, you're all set, obviously, for years to come, basically. So next up is 2560 by 1440, playing on the same settings still. Also, MSAA anti-aliasing is not really that intensive in this game. It drops your FPS by like 2 or 3, so it's not like in other games where it's super intensive. Let's start counting our FPS here at 1440p resolution, and it seems like it is still a super smooth experience. Look at this, 120s. Holy crap, 110s as well, and the city area is basically the most intensive area in the entire map. So it's good that it's getting these FPS, you know. It's extreme settings or above extreme settings after all. Now I want to see our FPS getting out of the tunnel, of course. That's the most intensive thing, and it drops into the 80s. So only 10 less or 9 less FPS than at 1080p resolution. That's actually very impressive, you know, the scaling between resolutions here in Forza Horizon 5. Maybe at 720p we'd get like 100 FPS. No, I'm just kidding. At 720p, it's just too low of a resolution. It would get insane FPS, and we're gonna see that at the end of the video, okay? That's gonna be fun. So out of the city, you can expect like 130s, almost 140. Okay, actually it's going up to 150 now. I think a lot of people have 1440p monitors with 3080 Ti, and I think it's super adequate, as well as 4K monitors. Like for 1440p, this card is a beast, guys. You'll get high refresh rate experiences in pretty much every game that you throw at it at ultra settings. And of course, 1440p still gives you a really good and sharp image, especially at like 27 inches. I am actually using a 32-inch 1440p monitor because with my 4K 27-inch monitor I have some problems with the capture card, but I'm gonna use that for 8K today. This looks really good at 32 inches, although I can see a little bit of aliasing here and there, a little bit. It has a lot of aliasing, even with the MSAA set to 2x. I think MSAA set to 2x in this game looks pretty much like native resolution without anti-aliasing. That's why that option is set to 2x by default at like medium settings and above, and that also might be why that setting is not as intensive as in other games. Also, take a look at that VRAM utilization. At 4K, I think it will go over 8 gigabytes. Just gonna resize that. Yeah, it's already at 8.3 gigabytes. Holy crap. So 3840 by 2160, still using the custom highest settings aside from AA, and my god, this looks so much better. I am using the 1440p monitor, 32 inches, and I'm using DSR to play at 4K, which performs the same as native 4K resolution, by the way. But it is actually looking so much better than at 1440p. On a 27-inch 1440p monitor, it would look a little bit blurrier, but on a 32-inch, it actually looks really good using DSR. And also, we're getting 80s. Pretty much the same thing as we saw in the Sunday video, of course, because it was almost the same settings. I used the extreme settings presets in the Sunday video, and now only a couple of settings are set to like maximum, so there is not really much of a difference. I think we dropped to like 70 there in the Sunday video, and now we're dropped to 68, which is almost perfect, you know. 69 would be the best thing in the world, obviously, but hey, at least it's super smooth and playable still, obviously. Okay, so running through bushes, it's also pretty intensive. Yeah, 80s, and outside of here, you're probably gonna get like 90s to 100s in like normal roads. Yeah, as you can see, we get like 90s around that in roads with nothing around us, basically. It's pretty impressive. Now that we're seeing a lot more bushes here at our forest area. Actually, let's go there. It's dropping a little bit, but it is all good, guys. Also, in races, you're gonna see like 2 or 3 less FPS than inside of the city. So I'm super happy with these results here at 4K resolution. It makes me feel confident about the 8K experience here in this card. And the VRAM utilization is only at 8.5 gigabytes. So we still have plenty left in the tank because this card has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. And here we go, guys. 7680 by 4320 is now the resolution. That's insane. It's actually 4 times the pixel count of 4K resolution, and it's 8K, of course. We're playing it at the same ultra settings or extreme settings. Oh my god, I have never seen such sharpness before. Like, I am using the 4K monitor today at 8K, and this is 27 inches. So the PPI is absolutely insane on it. And I can see every little detail. It's so amazing. Oh my god. I mean, 4K was already gorgeous, alright? Don't get me wrong. That's a super good experience. But this is 8K resolution, and it's above 30 FPS at absolute maxed out settings, guys. Aside from the anti-aliasing. But you know what? Even if you disable anti-aliasing here, it will look amazing. So maybe that's an option, you know, to get like 2 or 3 more FPS. That would be great. Wow. All right, I'm just gonna play through a race a little bit here to see the FPS with more cars in the screen, because that VRAM is almost maxed out, and with more cars, more textures, it could actually reach the limits of the 3080 Ti here. But you know, if you need to play at 8K to reach the limits of a GPU, I guess you're all set. All right, here we go. It is still super great. I mean, it's not dropping. It did drop to like 29 at the beginning of the match or the race, But that's completely normal because in that little spot when it's starting, it always gets slightly less FPS than when you're actually playing the game. It's like a little cutscene, you know. This is absolutely gorgeous. Wow! This is crazy, guys. I'm first place right now. The game is completely playable at 8K max settings on the 3080 Ti. It's madness. This is crazy. What the hell? But I still recommend the 4K resolution experience. Obviously, it's very, very detailed still, but this is just... It's crazy, guys. It's 4 times the resolution of 4K, and it's still playable, and wow, it's perfect for screenshots, basically. All right, so let's try it out at the low settings and 8K resolution still. Can we get 60 plus all of the time? It's consuming like 5.3 gigabytes of VRAM right there, getting 90 FPS, but you lose everything, basically. The game doesn't look good whatsoever like this. I mean, it's sharp and everything still because of 8K, but yeah, no reflections in the car. That's a huge bummer. I was just curious to see what this could do like this, you know. So 1280 by 720 using the very low settings in Forza Horizon 5. And you know what? I want to start it again. This is just for fun, obviously. Okay, and oh my god! Okay, I wasn't expecting 300s out here, guys. Oh my god! That's insane! Holy crap! And to think that just a couple of days ago I was playing this game at these same settings at like 11 FPS or 10 FPS with the GT 710. Oh my god! This is so crazy. Okay. Still doesn't make you a good driver, guys, the high FPS. And we're here getting 280s, 270s. Still CPU bound. Let's see the tunnel. Oh, the tunnel looks completely different at very low settings. Everything does, by the way. Yeah, 230s. So that's been it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this video. This last part was obviously just for fun, you know, 8K and 720p. Nobody should play at those resolutions with the 3080 Ti. But I hope the rest of the video was informative to you. I hope this part was a little bit more funny, you know, to watch. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I love you all. Bye-bye.